Thank you. I am so excited to be here today, and I see some familiar faces, which is awesome, and I kind of feel like I'm amongst family, which I kind of am. Thanks, family, for being here. Just to tell you a little bit about me, I do love great food. And in fact, when we get together with our family, that's normally what we do, is we're just all joined in the kitchen, and we cook, and we build memories, and we eat lots of yummy food. So we actually, I guess it's been about 7 years that we kind of started taking notice on what was going on around us, mostly in the service industry. And we kind of noticed a feeling of apathy. You know, we would go to a restaurant and the servers weren't very happy to be there and help you, and it was kind of robotic, and the experience just was kind of just not there. The food could have been good, but you know what? The experience of being there was missing. And we started becoming more and more aware of that around us, whether we were on the road, you know, driving by somebody. The kindness thing was just kind of gone. And so the past 7 years, we've kind of, besides being more aware of that, we've kind of tried to make a part of ourselves the golden rule. And we've studied and put lessons and thoughts and looked up statistics and these things over these past 7 years. And I can tell you what, just from the experiences that we've had, I know that it changes lives. I know that it changes the lives of the individuals in my family. Let me find my notes here so that I don't get sidetracked. Okay. I'm going to start out by asking a question. And I want you guys just to kind of spit out the answers. How could you explain, or how could you define the customer experience in one word?
What it should be or what it is?
Let's say what it should be in one word. What did you say? Satisfaction. Delightful. Perfect. Helpful. What else?
Pleasant.
Pleasant. Perfect. Impressed? Nice. What else?
Quality.
Quality. Awesome.
Professional.
Professional.
Enjoyable.
I love these.
Thoughtful.
What was it?
Thoughtful.
Thoughtful.
Memorable.
Memorable. Great. Any others? Those are good. There's one up here. Well, it's actually, I can't see it. But this was a question that was asked a couple months ago on LinkedIn by a customer service expert. And he asked this exact question. He said, what one word sums up the customer experience? And do you know what it was? It's not up here. Out of 7,500, one of the very top ones was this. Empathy. Why do you think empathy was at the top of that list? Let me define empathy for you. Empathy is to understand and share another person's experience and emotions. In other words, empathy is putting yourself in another's shoes and then treating them the way you would want them to treat you. Or the golden rule. Treating people the way you want to be treated. It's that simple. If we knew and understood and lived by the golden rule, customer service and the customer experience would take care of itself. What I want to talk to you about today is what we can do to enhance the customer experience here in this amazing valley. And I know that we all agree that this is a very special place. There's a feeling here, I can't describe it, but I know we've had it. What brought us here is another story all on its own, but we want to stay here forever. There's something very special and something very unique about this valley. You've heard it say that it's a valley, a place of healing. There's just a feeling here, and I agree with that. Our belief is that the key lies in building a culture of the golden rule. Businesses and employees can create the most meaningful and lasting customer experiences simply by living that, the golden rule. Okay, so aside of quality goods and services, which you all provide, or you wouldn't be in business, what else can you offer to create a powerful and memorable experience for your customers? Let me just share two examples with you. Here's the first. I went into a store to look for a product. I found something that would work. I paid for it. I left the store. Seemed like a memorable experience? Now, there wasn't anything negative that truly happened there. And in fact, some people would say we have extremely good customer service because we didn't have any gripes in our gripe box, whatever, right? That is the bare minimum. It's this experience. Is this an experience that they will remember? Is this an experience that will bring them back? Is it an experience that they would tell their friends about? Okay, here's the second example. And this actually happened to me. I went into a store, to find a can of coconut milk. And I couldn't find it, and I was a little bit in a hurry. And so I saw a gentleman there working, an older gentleman, and he was sitting down on a footstool organizing canned goods. He was very busy. But because I was in a hurry, I still went up and asked him if he knew where the coconut milk was. And he said, just 1 second, and I'll be right with you. Not that I was putting him out. He just wanted to finish, and I felt like I wasn't putting him out. So he got up from what he was doing, and he said, follow me. This cute older gentleman. And so I did. And he first took me to where the cartons of coconut milk were on the shelf. And I said, that's not quite what I'm quite looking for. And he was like, and then so I just kind of followed him. And he took me to the canned coconut milk. And I said, this is perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And he kind of did this again. And he took me around just to bait him to follow him. And he took me to where the coconut milk was in the cooler section. And then he took me and said, and this is where the coconut water is. And so I knew where everything that was made of coconut was in that store. And it was so awesome because I have shared that experience over and over again. I had a story that was created there. This gentleman knew the golden rule. I'm sure he wasn't taught that when he was hired on this is what you do. He knew it. He lived it. He got it. He treated me the way he would have wanted to be treated if he would have been in my situation. And so I valued that. Customer service is an investment. Okay, so the kind of story that I had is for everyone who walks in your doors. That's the kind of story that you want to have. You want to have something that they will share with other people. And because it is an investment, it takes diligence. It takes effort. So why invest in it? Well, we're going to share just 3 reasons why this is a good investment. Let me erase my chicken scratch here. Okay. There's many more, but we're just going to focus on 3 today. The first one is loyal customers. Okay, listen to these experiences, and these are true experiences that have just happened recently. Some people came in the door just 5 minutes before we closed. I told them not to worry and come on in. We have been waiting for you all day. They found what they needed. We laughed and we talked, and they said they would be back the next time they were in town. And this is another one. A very big woman came into the store to buy a dress. She was not very friendly, but I decided that it was not going to stop me. I talked with her about what she was shopping for and what the occasion was that required her to have a new dress. We spoke for a while. I could tell she was very uncomfortable about her body. I encouraged her to come out of the fitting room to show me the different styles that she was trying on. This was hard for her at first, but then it seemed that she opened right up as she told what she liked about each dress. I tried carefully to be honest also when things were not flattering. She ended up buying 3 dresses that day. She told me afterwards that she hated shopping because she felt very heavy and unattractive. She felt that because of the way she looked, that no one really ever tried to help her find the things that would look good on her, much less care about the reason why she was shopping there in the first place. She said it was so nice to have someone that actually cared, that it made her feel better about herself. She became emotional, and so did I. I told her she made my day. She said the same thing to me. I have no doubt that she will come again, and I will be waiting to see her smiling face. So what does loyalty mean for your bottom line? Here's just a couple good statistics for you. A 5% increase in customer retention, your customers coming back, can increase business profits by 25 to up to 125%. Can we afford to invest in customer service? Also, the same group estimates that about 80% of your future profits will come just from 20% of your existing customers. Loyal customers. I would say it's not just an investment. It is a good investment. Okay, let's go to the second one. This is customer marketing. Have you ever heard of that? Not marketing for customers. Okay. Did you know that a customer that comes into your store and has a good experience will typically tell about 9 people about that experience? If they have a bad experience, they'll typically tell 22 people about that experience. Holy cow. It's interesting how we tell more bad than good. And because of technology, we've got Facebook, Google, Yelp, you name them, LinkedIn, Twitter, that don't have any problem at all telling when they are dissatisfied. So this number can quickly, and I'm not even kidding, change that. Do you have a question here? Can your marketing dollars have the power to have just one bad business experience? Customer marketing. Businesses who make some kind of real commitment to customer experience see a result of up to 25% more customer retention, your customers coming back, and revenue than sales or marketing initiatives. In other words, creating a meaningful customer experience is the smarter way to brand and market. So I have to say that really, customer experience investment is a great investment. Okay, the last one that we're going to talk about today is this right here. Happier and more fulfilled employees. Okay, who loves their jobs? Good. And I love to see that because there's a lot of people that just dread going to work every day. They go because of the paycheck. This is an intangible but crucial piece of success in the workplace, to have happier and fulfilled employees. Businesses are often looking for ways to overcome employee dissatisfaction or turnover. But your investment in helping them learn how to create a meaningful customer experience helps your employees as much as it does your customers. And let me just share a couple examples of that. This is somebody that we actually did some testing with our own company. And this is a woman at a makeup store. She shared this story. She said, I had a woman come into my workplace and was very down on herself. She kept saying she was in an ugly phase of life. I was able to do her makeup and keep the conversation light and happy. We joked about life and had a great time. When she left, she was glowing. She loved the way she looked and kept looking in the mirror. Those are the moments that remind me why I love my job. We are able to be a constant rainbow in other people's clouds. And a different employee had this to say about trying to put herself in her customer's shoes. She said, I was determined to make a positive impact on the life of every person that walks through the door and that I interacted with, at least in some way. Some people I ended up boosting their confidence. At times, I was just a listener for when they needed to vent. But all in all, I was someone who they could trust and feel compassion from, all because I treated them how they should be treated. It feels good knowing that they walked away feeling valued. Okay, is it just a great investment, guys? Actually, you know what? It is a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. Besides the fact that your bottom line will soar, you are going to feel so much more satisfaction in your work. Okay, so we've discussed the what, the customer service experience. We've discussed the why. Now let's discuss the how. This is what we do. We have found a simple but proven method for helping groups and individuals make a lasting change in how they view and treat other people. It's not rocket science, guys, but it is sound, and here it is. 4 core things. I don't know if you can see that, but that says focus. Personal application. Practice or doing. And last but not least is accountability. Okay. All these things exist in other organizations and programs. Let me tell you a little bit why these are ours. Focus is to tune in. Tune in what you're doing. Tune in into what's going on in your organization. Make it a priority. You have to put attention to what's going on in order to focus on this. Personal application. What does this mean for me in my situation, my place of business, the interactions we have with customers? How do I do this even when it's hard? And you know that sometimes we deal with grumpy people. But you know what? We sometimes don't know why they are. And if we could just put ourselves in that situation, I think we'll have more empathy and more understanding, and we'll be able to deal with them on a better way. Practice or doing. We really never learn until we do. We could never learn how to ride a bike until we actually get on it, right? We have to do. We have to put it into practice. And then accountability, we have to be accountable because that is necessary in creating the culture. We have to see how it continues to help us improve and help our employees improve and our customers coming back. All of these exist, like I said, in other organizations and programs, even in the customer service training realm. And some of you may have participated or been to or invested in big seminars and stuff like that. And they're great, and you come, you feel awesome while they're there, but they often have like the effects of a firework. It's kind of this burning, bright explosion for a moment, and then it kind of just fizzles out. So here's the crucial key. Doing these 4 things daily. So daily. Tell me how often you take a shower. Oh, once a month, once a year. Okay, how do we become an expert in something? How did Rob Sorensen become an expert fiddlist? How do pros become experts at their sports? How do they do it? Practice once a month. It's all the time. It's continuous. You practice until it becomes a part of your core. And you know what? And then you've got that, and you teach that to your employees, and it becomes a part of their core. And the cool thing about it is that when you leave the workplace, it's still a part of you. And so you take that into your families and with your friends, and you learn how to treat them, and life just becomes so much more meaningful. So now that your organization has all of this a part of their core, then the culture of your establishment changes. And I promise you that it will. We already know that the bottom line will go up because people will come. They will find your workplace attractive. And they will come because they love the feeling that they have when they leave the doors, and they will have a story to tell. So my challenge to you is to just do that. Find something good that will help you learn and live the golden rule, because that 7,500 experts say that really that's the key to great customer service. And watch your lives change. Watch your businesses soar. And watch your lives become more productive and more happy. And thank you for letting me be here. I appreciate the time with you.